I need to do one more thing in normal, actually. I think I didn't save Anya yet. Right? Yeah. Alright, let's go save Anya. And do we have telestaff?
Hey Mr. Llama, I'm still in the Arcane Sanctuary. Can you please pause and stop for me to catch up?
Sure.
Maybe give me a hand and tell me what direction to go?
Yeah, that sounds great. Left. Go left. Alright. Our Merce isn't bugged. That's right. Well, hopefully he can protect us a little bit. By that I mean take care of everybody and draw all the aggro. You're doing great, bud. Keep up the good work. I'm so proud of you. Okay. Good job, Laharis. Look at that. He did it. He did it, you guys. Wow, what a mercenary. Okay, so we've got that done. So the first thing we can do is we can actually try and shop plus to Warcry's gear here. That is totally a viable thing to do. I believe you can get like +1 right now. Let's see what we can get. 1 to Javelin Spear. Can I get it on those? I'm trying to remember all of the bases that I can get it on.
Good afternoon.
But it can be very useful because, like I talked about earlier, it's a little difficult to like level 30 exactly. Doesn't always do the most damage. So we'll see if we can get it here.
Good afternoon.
Just real quick. I hope I'm high enough level. I'm level 30. That should be good.
How may I be of help?
Should be good. Yeah. Looks like our bot is down right now.
Good afternoon.
So, anyways, goals and pieces of this character going forward right now, right? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to respec. We're going to respec into a shouty boy. Then we're going to try and farm all sorts of different stuff
Hey, Llama,
to kind of
been
help
rewatching some
get our
other
character
guided playthroughs.
a little bit more beefed
So
up.
happy to see these still going, now
you.
with the wonky builds.
Yeah.
IO doll, loving the content.
Perfect. Appreciate it.
Good afternoon.
Merce bugging is just making the mercenary untargetable. Alright. We might not get anything here. We'll try like 2 more times. And if that doesn't work, then that's fine. We'll move forward. It's not end of the world.
Good afternoon.
Alright. That's cold damage. Yeah, so I do believe you should be able to shop +1 to Warcries there, but we didn't get it, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and go down here.
Good day.
We're going to respec. I'm going to go ahead and trash my weapons there, as those don't mean anything anymore. And now we need to kind of figure out what we want. So the first thing is I'm going to use Sanders here. I could keep these gloves. This is definitely like, would it be useful to keep these gloves? And you could say, yeah, totally, because it does have 24% MF on it. I mean, I really like the 40 to life on Sanders. The attack speed is also nice for when I do concentrate bosses. But, you know, this could be like, oh, use this at the end of killing a boss to try and get better drops. Totally a viable option to do. Let's go ahead and go up to 60 strength. Okay. Put on our Saigon's belt. And I don't know if I want to go to 70, because once again, I just feel like the boost isn't quite worth it. And I don't have a third Saigon's piece yet, so that would be worth a lot to me if I had that. Okay, so we'll go like this, and now we'll make Ral or Tal. And this is an Ancient's Pledge. So just really big resistances, right? We use the stealth here so we can get some faster run walk, cast rate, all of that. Really big resistances on Ancient's Pledge. Super helpful. Super, super helpful. And now we can go shopping as well and try and find... I guess I want like a nice helm. Oh, I'm still in normal. Okay. So, do I have a 2-open socket helm? No. Let's get one in case we want to make a lore helm later. So we'll go ahead and get that. Put that over there. And then let's go to Nightmare. And we still have to do our skills and the rest of our stats. So I'm going to kind of base a little bit on what I find here. So, you know, you can always find really nice belts and boots and like things like that. So getting fast run walk boots would technically be kind of nice. I wouldn't mind finding a pair, but I'd want like decent. Fire res 26, 9 to life. All right. Nothing superb there. I do need a better helm. So that's something that we'll want to get. So right now, a big thing that we're going to look for is a wand that has mana on it. Okay, so this is very low. FCR also works. 20 FCR or just plus to mana, right? So like that right there, 20 FCR. But if you get it just 20 FCR, it'll be pretty cheap. And I'm actually gonna go out first and like get the Cold Plains waypoint so I can just reset this faster. So stats and how we're gonna use it. We're gonna go up to concentrate right here. If you want to get a point in leap and leap attack, you can. If you just want to use your teleport staff, you can also do that, right? I'm going to get a point in natural resistance. I'm going to get a point in increased speed. I've got that there. Let's get 1 point in all of these guys. I'm going to go ahead and max out battle orders right now. Just because battle orders, right? The more points in it, higher life, higher mana, higher stamina. It's very nice. Okay. If you want to add like another point here, you totally can. I wouldn't put any more points in either of these. If you want to put like 1 point in the mastery of the weapon that you're going to use, that can be okay for concentrating. But for now, we'll just come back here. And we'll dump into Battle Cry there. And then with our last point, I'll go ahead and get a point in leap just for small leap purposes because it can be a lifesaver. Oops, D, and then that's battle command and then battle orders. Okay, and F. Okay, so lastly with our stats, I'm going to go ahead and put a few points into energy. And I know this seems a little crazy at first glance, but I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about why I'm going to do this. And you don't have to do this exactly, right? Especially if you have a lot of plus to mana on your gear and things, which I don't have a lot at all. But basically, the more mana you have and the more energy you have, energy specifically gives you a chance to crit, okay? And so having that chance to crit is super helpful because your potion can crit. So then it refills faster, and you'll notice later on when you're trying to shout things down and kill them that it can be a little bit difficult. Yeah, it's a mana potion crit. You also have a health potion crit, so it does twice as fast regen. And so getting more energy helps increase the chances of that. And so this just increases like the ability. I already have enough life because I'm a barbarian, so this just increases the ability for me to kill stuff, basically, right? Just nice and easy, because then I'm not sitting there running out of mana completely all the time. So anyways, we'll drop our TP. We'll grab a little shrine here and keep moving forward. And yes, if you don't like the sounds of ruh, This is not for you. So, one thing that you have to note, and that's kind of, they're a little spread out. One thing you have to note about Warcry is that the damage is physical. So, something like Stone Skin, like you just saw right there on that Quill Rat pack, is going to be a little harder to kill, right? So, don't go too crazy on that stuff. And now we
Hey
get
Mr.
potions.
Llama, your flower back there is looking a bit dark.
Thank you.
Amazon sells products that can squirt some water on it for easier cleaning. It's a good deal with the shortage of paper products due to COVID.
Right. Thank you. It's very sweet. Thanks, face. You just link your account. But yeah, so here we'll come in, and now you can kind of note, and especially when I do this, look at my mana when I'm shouting, right? So now I'm like sustaining a little bit better. If I had to put any points in energy, any points there in mana, it might be a little bit low. So you're still gonna chew through a lot of mana and a lot of mana potions with this build. Some things about shout. So it will stun all monsters except champions and uniques don't get stunned all of the time. Sometimes they do, but it's like a chance. Also, there's a little bit of like, if a monster is closer, they sometimes, it seems like, take more damage. Not always though, I find. So it's a little hard to give an exact piece on that. But sometimes it seems like they take a little more damage.
Let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on.
Come on. It can also not be terrible to have a mercenary though. Thank you, Use. Because you'll notice that I'm stunning everything. So the biggest issues you're gonna run into are monsters that are far away, right? You run into an archer pack. You run into, you know, whatever, elemental skeletons, things like that. So that stuff can be a little bit rough, but overall, if you can just get a nice hit and then go stand in the middle, your barb takes care of business, man. And I am looking for another helm. Getting a helm with plus to war cries would be fantastic. So one of the best helms that I could get is IK helm. A little bit later. That'd be such a nice helm. Get the war cries, the sockets, all sorts of stuff. Okay, so that's 3 open sockets, which I'm just gonna toss that on the ground. So 3 open sockets is really nice. There's not anything I'm gonna make in it that's a rune word, right? You could be like, oh, make delirium, but like, I don't have those runes. So what it's really good for though is I can just like triple res it. I can shove a bunch of, you know, whatever I want into it. And here you'll see Corpse Fire not getting stunned, but then sometimes, like I said, he'll get stunned. I can try and get a lot of mana out of the helm. You know, there's a lot of different things. No, mercenary. I'm sorry. So yeah, just finding an amazing helm would do us quite well.
I need mana.
And let's go like this. Drag the beast over here.
I need mana. Not enough mana.
So yeah, like I said, when you're fighting bosses, shouting is not going to be near as good. You're going to probably go away from that idea. Instead, with bosses, you're going to knock them down first and then do it. And yes, you do drink a lot of mana with this, so be prepared. But this is also where, like I talked about, you can kind of try and shop. And so we'll actually come back and shop for some mana once we kill this. Okay, thanks, Bubs. Are we gonna run out of gold? No, we got 75k, and that's why I just picked up those 2 armors. So that's the thing, right? Is you just pick up those armors, and like serpent skin armors, things like that, they're just worth a ton of money.
Hello.
Okay, so you can either come in here and quickly just look at like 17 to energy, you know. That's only 17 mana on a barbarian. But it does increase the crit chance, and then also gets battle order buffs, right? But we can just come back here, and so what I like to do is usually just go to a blue and look for something like this, right? 57 to mana. And just kind of check for big mana, 29 to mana. Any runes aren't go further than stealth. Lore helm would be really nice. We're not doing shopping music, guys. The bot's down, and so we're just not going to have any shopping music on today.
Shopping music. Do not ignore chat now that the bot is dead.
Alright, well, one time.
Good day.
37 to mana. Bot's back.
Greetings.
10 to mana. Come on.
Good day.
3 to life tap. 26.
Yes.
17, 44 to mana. Just straight up. It's not terrible, but it's not great.
The order welcomes
I mean, I'd love FCR and mana. Oh, we got 44.
Yas Queen shopping music.
So we might just start with the 44 and then shop something better later. There's 54 to mana. Okay. Oh, it's 86 grand. So it's 8,600. Anyway, guess who's a chance?
Hello.
Probably Mephisto, right? Thank you. Appreciate that. Asia.
Order welcomes you.
And okay, we'll probably just stick with this wand. So yeah, you can farm, you know, wands for 60 mana, 70 mana, 80 mana, things like that. So definitely always like check back on it. We'll start with 44 to mana. That'll work for us. And we'll do this. Go here. We'll get rid of our throwing. I don't need any of these things, actually. Let's put our gold away. Cool. Go to the Cold Plains. Buff up. Yeah, I was just looking for some mana there. But this works. So yeah, just remember that battle command gives you that +1 to skills, so that's already an instant boost for a little bit more damage right off the bat. And just go from there. Kill boss groups, move forward, you know how it goes. This is also a build that you can definitely take back for, is this going to be burial? Yeah. This is definitely a build that you can take back to
If you listen
go, like,
closely,
farm
you can
more
hear them
shank
yell,
if you
I
want.
want to speak to your manager. In Barbarian.
Right. He's the Karen of barbarians. But yeah, I mean, you can kill plenty of trash mobs too, because you just hit so many things, right? Just get a nice grouping of stuff going and just lay down the hurt. Rebuff every now and then. Drink some potions. You're good to go. And here you'll see, oops. It's right, to try and stun a champion doesn't always work. So this is, champions are not going to be the greatest. These Chance for Frost Nova boots, though, are the greatest. Super helpful to have. Okay, so we got an archer group over there. Try and get on top. And there we go. Not too bad. Perfect. Easy as that. So, yeah, I mean, at this point, you know, you got Nightmare, but you're pretty tanky, right? Like, we're pretty solid, man. 868 life. I don't even have a helmet on. I'm literally running no helmet. My rings are pretty garbage. Like, if you farm a little bit of gear, especially, you can just be killing it. You'll also definitely want to watch out for mana burn like that. That's going to be a big difficulty. Because once again, you can't always stun those monsters every time. So when that doesn't happen and they start hitting you, that's when things don't get as good. Poison damage is not out to the shots. Add to the shouts, no. Hey. 1.0 Necro. Oof. No, thank you. And once again, we're gonna try and get in the middle of everything.
Hey, wow, you are such a good streamer. This is so fun. P.S. You look super cute today.
Thank you.
I like what you did with your hair.
Thank you. Okay, and we'll put into Warcry. I did put a lot of work into my hair. I'm glad it was appreciated.
I am overburdened.
And so now with our extra skill point, Battle Command is not anything I really put any more than 1 point in, because all it does is increase the duration a little bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and put into Battle Orders. And I will also hotkey Battle Cry, as Battle Cry can be really useful if you do get in the middle of a group. That's really difficult. I did use Head and Shoulders. Right, so like, I can do this, so now they do a lot less damage to me. So Battle Cry can be really helpful for just difficult groups. I feel like you're taking too much damage. Okay, got the tower. Let's find the waypoint. So what we want to look for now. Thank you, Binary.
Hey Llama, in your Norm Barb guide you mentioned a good skill to develop as baiting. If I play D2 long enough will I be good at baiting? Maybe to the apprentice or journeyman level, or perhaps some classification of still greater skill? Or need I only be good enough to pull the monsters off? Are there positions so that I can finish up and then focus on chess?
Yeah. All of that, yes. So you need to find an Amrune. Okay.
I can't carry you.
So whatever you do, that'll be the first thing, is find an Am rune. And then you want to find a Soul rune as well. And then Ort rune would also be good, right? So then we can make our lore. We have the Tier rune, hopefully already. If you don't, you get the Tier rune as well. And you do Am Tier for a Strength. And then if you can, get Thol Io Nef. And then that would be even better than Strength. That gives you a black rune word right there. So, all viable options. Nice. We got a shrine right there. Perfect.
No AMN left behind, Mr. Llama.
That's right. No Am left behind.
Join my army of the dead.
Llama, I hope you have some good outlets for all that pent-up anger. It's just not healthy to keep it all in. Swift rage, swift rage, swift rage, Taylor Swift rage, swift rage, swift rage.
Taylor Swift rage. We'll go with that.
I can't.
Alright, let's see what we got on the Fanged Helm. Really just looking for plus to Warcry. 1 to battle command, 23 to mana though. You know, not bad. Gets us a little bit longer battle command. And mana, which is always nice. Alright, they do a little too much damage for right now. Archers are always terrible. And of course, especially when you're cursed. And he's mana burn as well. This is just like worst nightmare scenario of it all. Okay, we'll just move forward. So generally, I wouldn't even really recommend stopping to fight archers. They're just such a pain. They're just such a pain. Horned Helm as well. Nothing. It could be an imbue item if you want. These boots are pretty nice. Yeah, they're not bad. They're made for walking for sure. Can't make spirit in single player? Yep. As a ladder only rune word.
Hey Llama,
Hey.
it's that sheas that make you groove. Llama, get on the floor and move your booty, Llama. We the blast masters blasting up the jamma, so shake your bambama. Come on now, Llama.
I'm shaking it. Yeah, they're very solid boots that we found. Very happy about them. So the other thought is I can just shove a bunch of sapphires into that helm to just get a lot of mana that way. Right. That could also be a nice way to do it.
I am overburdened.
So, still considering it. I'm not liking all of the curses. But welcome to Nightmare and then obviously Hell. In Hell, I feel like you're always cursed. The whole game, you're cursed. Such is life. Mana burn is annoying.
Not enough mana.
Okay, we'll just leave him alone. I don't want to deal with mana burn. Warcry is going to be on FCR. So, once again, it is a physical damage that's being done with Warcry, right? So, do note that. And you can tell it's physical because it's white right there, right? little bit of a nasty group to have to fight here. Or not have to, but I chose to fight. Champions always make things complicated. Champions and mana burn just complicate things so much. So getting in, getting that first stun off, and I mean, you can see the level of the stun right now is 1.4 seconds, but it keeps going up, right? 0.2 seconds every level. So when you have 20 levels of it, whatever, you get a many second stun, and it ends up being very solid. Could you consider using taunt on ranged targets? You totally can use taunt on ranged targets. So one of the really good things about taunt is that it's a 1-point wonder as well. Where's my taunt? There it is. So let's do...
This is reward enough.
I think all my hotkeys are currently... maybe I'm not using Z. No, I am using Z for Warcry. We'll use X for it, sure. So... whenever you want, let's go find a monster. Anybody? Man. In 1.0, I'd be like going crazy for all that gold. Right? So yeah, you can totally just do this and then get everybody close to you, and now you don't have to worry about archers long ranging you. Right. So that is 100% a viable option and something that we'll use later on as well. Let me put that helm away. Ooh. 14 energy, nice. And all res 3. So this is also where we can adjust our charms. So at this point, all of these damage and dex charms are pretty pointless for us. Right? So I'm only going to keep those res charms out of all of that. We got 14 to energy. This has a little mana and cold res. This has some...
Taunt is a move that forces the target Pokemon to use only damage-dealing moves. They cannot use status moves while under the effects of taunt.
Thank you.
The Oblivious ability prevents it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Pierce. Yeah, it's not shouting, it's a mouth explosion. You just have to change the way you think about it. It's going good, how are you? Okay. So now, of course, watch for cursed monsters. So for instance, this guy is cursed here, so I'm just going to be very careful in how I kill him, or just not kill him at all. You can also just run away if you want. That also works. Just don't even bother fighting. When you have an experience shrine, of course. So that's a curse archer group, and that's a group that I'm just gonna skip completely. That is extra fast teleport. Not a huge deal. Okay, level up, and every point is now going to go into Warcry and Vitality, really.
GG.
Thank you, Brad. 46 months. Wow. I'm having a good day. Thank you. Okay, and you don't even need to once again stop and kill the boss all the time either, right? Like, I think that's a big, really important thing to remember is the minions give tons of experience as well. So if you don't want to, if the boss is annoying, whatever it is, like, you can just kill the other stuff and leave the boss alone. If you want to kill the boss as well, go for it, but don't always feel like you're required to. Dang, 34. A singer? Yes, we are a singer today. A man of culture. So today I played a couple of chess games. And oh my goodness. In one game, I threw away my queen. In another game, I had a complete mating scenario and I ran out of time. And then in another game, I had a complete mating scenario where I had a rook and the guy had a king. So it was the rook king versus king. But he was up on time. And so I just had to pre-move everywhere. And I pre-moved my rook right next to his king, and he took it and got a draw with 0.2 seconds left. And it was the saddest loss ever. Or draw. Thought I'd be on Fall Guys now. That is the standard where everybody is, huh? Alright, so I don't need Tal Eth. So if you want to pick up like those extra runes, you totally can. I'm not really gonna do that. So other things that you can go to pick up if you want to get your mercenary and honor rune word, Am-El Ithtir Soul. Let me bring it up to show you guys. Oh, I also never showed you the experience thing, so I need to show you that as well. So let me show you both. So this is honor. Right here. So this is a decent mercenary weapon, right? It gives lifesteal, and it just has like good damage on it. So this is something that can be decent to give to a mercenary for sure. And it's cheap, Am-El Ithtir Soul. So you can find all of those runes from Normal and Nightmare Countess. So I like that. But let me bring up the experience cliff. Because we were talking before about leveling to 25 and why it's so difficult, right? And the point beyond. So basically the way it works is like this. For characters under level 25, when you are within 5 levels of the monster, you gain 100% of the experience. If you're 6 away, either above or below, 7, 8, 9, right, you get less and less experience. Okay. But here's what happens when they get to be 10 levels above you or more. You get 5% of the experience. So all those monsters in Act 5, if you're level 24, they are 34 plus. And so you get 5% experience killing them. So it's terrible. So the solution to this is get to level 25, and then it switches to a new formula where there's no longer this penalty for the monster being too high of a level. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's the opposite way. If the monster is 10 levels or more above your level, you receive 2%. Excuse me. And so then it switches to this afterwards once you're level 25, where you get all of the experience. So it's brutal. 2% experience is miserable. And so this is the whole point of it. Why getting to level 25 is so important, because then you switch to a new experience chart where you can kill whatever you want to kill. Easy as that. Okay, so we'll go back and just go to keep killing more stuff. Keep leveling. And the nice thing is, you can honestly level a decent amount in the tower, right? And this would be the spot that you could start like increasing the players count, right? So you can go players 1 to 8. It increases the damage they deal, the HP they have, all that stuff. So as I get a few more levels, it might prove worthy as I start killing things faster and faster. 10 to mana, definitely keeping a 10 to mana charm. Definitely keeping that. Receipts remaster confirmed? No. The art of the checkmate. Sounds like something I need to get. Jawbone cap. Once again, picking up all barb helms and just praying for 3 to Warcry. 2 to battle command. Darn. Why not Warcry though? Once again, here's where you can call in those archers so that they don't shoot you and they get into your stun range, right? Just an easy way to make that a lot nicer situation for us. Otherwise, the archers stay out there and are just super annoying. This looks painfully slow. Does it? I mean, we're flying. I don't know what painfully slow. Thank you, Vaughn, for the 666. Mwah! Appreciate you. How are you doing today? Okay, so we'll weaken this group. Oh boy. And this is where having that mana is very important so that you don't run out of mana at the worst times. Yeah, we're level 32. So we just got a few points right now into Warcry. But obviously as we level up more, we'll get more points there. But like, this is a pretty good kill speed, honestly. Is it, you know, Lightning Fury or, you know, Frozen or whatever? Like, it's not the fastest killing speed in the game, but it's also not the worst by any means. Like, it actually holds up pretty well, and one of the biggest benefits is the damage is so, I mean, the stun on it is so good. It's such a safe, like, build compared to a lot of other builds. I'm running around with a ton of life. No, you respec as soon as you hit 30 to go to shouts. Just because having AoE is just so much better in this game. That's just kind of the basics of it there. Tal L. Okay. Still not getting things that we want. I want that circlet. Darn. If you do raise player count though, make sure you lower player count before you kill Countess. Change for Nova. Defense isn't worth anything, and 1 to strength is worth very little as well, so none of those charms are really worth a lot. But hey, we leveled again. Another point goes into the jar. The yelling jar. What's so good about circlets? Circlets can roll stats that aren't going to be on other things. So on circlets, diadems, that style, you can get faster run walk, faster cast rate, plus to skills, right? Stats that you're not going to find on just a generic helmet. So that's why people really love them. Insomnia last certainly seriously it's helped me a lot now. I have a normal sleep schedule. Hey, I'm glad to hear that, Tio.
Llama has a swear jar. There are 3 whole pennies in there.
That's about right. I just don't have time to curse, you know. It's a whole to do. It takes a lot of effort and energy. Yeah, I usually skip most champions just because with a unique boss, you have one monster that's hitting you, and that's generally not so bad. Right. But with a champion boss, you have all of those monsters hitting
Mariano
you, and you
didn't
can only
know that,
stop
but
maybe
pennies
like
are
one or
indeed
two.
not available in Quebec because Canada has discontinued pennies.
That's right. We should discontinue pennies, but the penny lobbyist, and this is true, always fight back against it. So we always end up with pennies. Yeah, it's the zinc manufacturers, because remember, we don't use copper anymore for pennies. So big zinc is fights back against it. Do you think Shop Barber Frenzy Devil Swimming is better for hardcore? I mean, I think both. Like, a Barbarian is just solid through hardcore, because he's so tanky. Battle Orders, so good. Alright, well, we got another Amrune, though we don't super need it, but 2 Amrunes, because why not? Yeah, honestly, we could get rid of nickels and dimes as well. So now we have the Diggler here, which doesn't really do a lot for us. Ignore target defense could be nice on like a smiter or something. For us, yeah, it would give cold and fire res, which would be helpful. But I'm more of a mana guy. If it had mana or energy or something on it, I'd be way more pumped about it. So, oh well.
Join my army of the dead.
Ra ra roo ra 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 roo 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 ra ro.
Government has been talking about getting rid of all cash, just going to an electronic market completely. I mean, oh, I guess not a smiter wouldn't need ignore target defense. You're right. Smite always hits. Just kidding. Yeah. Never mind. Could be nice if you have a crushing blow weapon or a crushing blow like item. How about that? So you get like goblin toes, then you use that dagger, and then you just hit really fast, and your goblin toe crushing blow will hit a ton. I mean, I can understand the idea behind a cashless society, but I don't know. I like having like cash. I feel like it's a little bit more of a safety. Complete cashless feels a little bit whatever, you know. Yeah, a little too much control, exactly. Like, it's good that I can hide, you know, $500 in my sock drawer. Nobody go in my sock drawer, please. And have that for when I gotta sneak out. Can't let the girlfriend know that I'm going to the arcade. The Andrea Botez run, yelling enemies to death.
Join my army of the dead.
401k in sock drawer Confimed.
401k? No, I don't have 401k. I have $500 in there. Oh! You meant my 401k in the sock drawer. Gotcha. You were talking about the thing with the, yep. Don't you whoosh me. 6 to mana is nice, but way too small amount for a grand charm. Yeah, we got it now. At first I was like, 401k? I can barely run a 10k. And then I thought that was the amount. So I was just all sorts of wrong. Okay, we got an Ort rune. It's nice. Boo.
Good day.
Thank you. 12 to max damage, 1 to 9 lightning damage. Alex might be a natural blonde. Aw, thank you. Do I have it in ones or quarters? Quarters for the arcade, obviously. Who uses ones at an arcade? I mean, a lot of arcades are getting more expensive nowadays. That is true. Fortunately. I'm Dance all the way. I'm a rhythm games guy. I mean, I like, you know, I like playing Galaga, and, you know, I'll mix it up with some stuff here and there, but my main jam is just hopping on the Dance machine for a little bit until I bend over because I gotta puke. And Stepmania. Yeah, I used to play Stepmania, God, back in college maybe? Not a ton now. I wasn't a huge fan because, I don't know, the whole point of rhythm games for me, or at least like dance rhythm games, is like moving and being active. So, yeah. But it was still fun, you know, I still played it here and there. But it wasn't quite as much my style. Yeah, if I go to an arcade, I'm probably looking for... let's see. I'm looking for the... I like the basketball, I like skee ball. You know, they're cheap and they're fun, right? And I'm a cheap guy. I don't like playing any of the games that are like $2, $2.50 or whatever. Now, the better thing is when you go to like those old arcades. Once again, Warcry. And I'm just continuing to pump Vitality for now. But you go to like the older arcades that have like Gauntlet Legends in them and things like that. Those are fantastic. The best things are the barcades. So barcades are just like my favorite thing ever. You pay like $10 up front. They've got like 40, 50, you know, for like the weak ones. And some of the places have like 150 machines, 100 machines in them. And, you know, the point is you're supposed to go in and buy a bunch of drinks or whatever, but obviously I don't drink. So I just go in, pay the $5-10 to get in, and some of them are even free to go in. And then you're good to go. And you just play. It's fantastic. Nephthol. So, I have a fantastic time at barcades. Yeah, so Dallas has a couple really good ones.
Hello.
But I've found, you know, some in like Wisconsin and, you know, all over you can get good stuff. Oops. But yeah, if you drink as well, I'm sure it's also a blast. Once again, you pay like 10 bucks, go in, play as many video games as you want, and then get some drinks. And like I say, they have a lot of the good games generally as well. They have like the older, you know, Gauntlet Legends and The Simpsons and all that stuff, not these new like crappy Dave and Buster Flappy Bird games or whatever. So, you know, you can go in and play NBA whatever of like the old school awful NBA game that was so hard with the catch-up mechanics and stuff. All sorts of things. So I went to one of these barcades with Kylie like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. Again with the mana burn, so much mana burn. And we met this group, this like girl and this guy. And they were like, oh, like, we want to play Gauntlet. And I was like, yeah, and like us too. And they're like, okay. And they like had save characters on the machine, right? You can like input at the start of playing and it'll bring up your character. And so they had save characters on the machine. So I was like, dang, they're serious about coming here and playing. So then we started like, from downtown. Yeah, you know, NBA Jam. Then we started like chatting and all this stuff. And then it just got so weird. She started talking about like, she was like a drug user and like, okay, whatever, that's fine if that's like your lifestyle of choice, not mine at all. And then she started like telling stories about these weird times that her and her boyfriend would go to these parties and stay up for like 3 days straight. And it was like, I mean, it was just the strangest. And I was like, yep, me too. Yeah, just, I mean, all sorts of stuff. I was like, I went to my friend's house and played video games. So, it's kind of like the same thing that you did. Like LAN parties, but for not nerds, I guess, yeah. So, and yeah, it just kept going. And then, I don't know. I told her to play some Diablo 2, and then I left. Dude, stop with Tal Eth. What is going on? I can't find my runes.
Yes?
Nah, if that. I'll keep the Thol rune. We'll get rid of the Tal. 54 to mana. Slight boost. Seriously, this is so many Taleths. It's insane.
You're burning all Taleths for your serious runs.
I agree. The good news is we're starting to do a decent amount of damage, so we're probably getting close to where we can start buffing the player level a little bit. Now, what was better than barcades was when I was a kid growing up and we had LAN centers. Those were the best, man. You and 20 friends and a bunch of random dudes just all go to a LAN center and just play Counter-Strike for 12 hours straight. Diablo 2, StarCraft, whatever, you name it, we play it. Fabulous time. Who has 20 friends? You and 2 friends go play with 20 people. Sorry. Thank you, Dwarf. What's up with the amulet? I haven't found a better amulet. I haven't found many amulets at all. Me, myself, and I. That's right. Yep, Counter-Strike 1.5, Warcraft 3, Dota, Brood War, and D2. I feel like that was the golden age of gaming, truly, right there. And Unreal Tournament, yeah. Truly the golden age. And now, the biggest games are Clash of Clans. What are some other ones? Battle Royale, generic Battle Royale, insert here. Raid Shadow Legends, there you go. Candy Crush, I think Candy Crush is one of the biggest, if not the biggest games. Hey, shut up, Fruit.
A gift for you.
Thanks for the D2 Team Rush coaching series.
Thank you, Thunder. Appreciate that. Who even plays it? Apparently a lot of people. One to Battle Command, one to Natural Resistance. So my res are actually decent right now, but if you do need more res, that's a great way to do it. Just pop a couple more into Natural Resistance. Obviously right now we're gonna hold it, but like, you can still see it's still +9 to all res for a single point. So using a Radament point or whatever you want over there can be really nice. Or if you find it on some gear or whatnot. Okay, we'll get rid of some stuff. Keep going. Diablo Immortal. What was the announcement that Blizzard just had? Free-to-play games ruined it? They kinda did. PayLeak CEOs made 40 million. That doesn't have to do with Diablo Immortal. Did I play Harvest League? I did not. Just seemed a little weird to me. The Barbarian is Korean? What? Alright.
A gift for you.
They're probably Korean barbarians. Thank you, Bruce. The crafting is awesome. I mean, the crafting's too good, though, right? Like, I want to make a lore helm, and I want to get... I guess I have the M rune. I also want a shale rune for a rhyme shield. Right. I mean, I think Candy Crush goes to show, like, why spend time making an entire beautiful Mario series, besides pride and integrity and all that stuff, when you can just make copied, bejeweled game and put
Hey,
monetization
love the version
features in it
1.0 streams.
and
Will
make
there be in
so much
Valazon?
more
Cheers
for
from
way
Norway.
less effort. Thank you, Oddball. If only Mario had microtransactions. I mean, that's the next step of it, right? Will there be a Boazon? Maybe a Javazon. I feel like she'll be a little better. Maybe Poison. I don't know. What level would I get here? Farming Tower. So if you get all the runes, you can move on whenever you like. Like I say, it's still not bad experience right now, so this isn't like a terrible thing to be killing down here. And I can obviously increase the level difficulty of it whenever I want, so by increasing the player count. So like I say, we're probably at that point. So a couple of tips. One, if you want, you can press enter, up, enter. Now, when you rejoin a game, like create a new game, I'll do it now, and you press enter and up, it normally won't use the latest text unless you spammed it previously in a previous game, and then it will keep it. So that's just a fast way to keep it always on your enter up command. That's why I spam it. Okay, I mean, this ring isn't bad because it has the 24 fire res. Life and Mana Steel don't do anything for us. 6 cold res is okay. Attack rating does nothing. Poison length reduced is pretty weak. I mean, it's better than what we have, so we'll use it for the fire res. And I'll keep my Am runes, and I'll trash that. And we'll go like this. Sounds like hacks to me. Sounds right, Emily. I mean, the mobile gaming market just turned gaming completely on its head. Because it just proved out how lucrative that business model is. And so now every company that creates a game, if it's not as successful as Candy Crush or Fortnite or what, I mean, it's just, you know, it no longer is about creating that game anymore. It's about creating the game that gets people to spend and has a lot of loot box or time things or whatever stuff to get into people's wallets. And, you know, that's where games have gone. So it's a little disappointing. Did Skyrim Mobile ever come out? Not that I've heard of, but maybe. Right, no one took out a second mortgage to pay for a Mario game, but they have for Candy Crush and Clan and Clash Clans and all those games.
The only pay-to-win game I play is MVS, and by God I always win. Smiley face.
You need a loss to humble. You haven't been here for any losses, have you? We need to give S&T a loss. His track record's too good on Man vs. Stream. Ridiculous. And yes, MVS is pay to win. That is 100% true. You're very scared with the assassin this season? Not the sorceress, but the assassin? Interesting.
I can't carry more.
One to battle orders, not great. Maybe better than one to battle command. This has 27 to mana though, and it's mana based on levels, so keeps going up, which I do like. players one. Okay. Tal Eth. The amount of stealth that we've received while doing this is insane. Let's go ahead and go to players 2 and just boost that up a little bit and see how it goes. 20 light res. Yeah, we'll sell it. It's not bad. You could totally use 20 light res. So I have a gem shrine. I'll go ahead and... What gem do we want to make perfect? Perfect ruby. Let's get a perfect amethyst. I know I sold 2 amethysts before, so I could have had one, but let's get it now, and then we can do some caster ammi crafting and see if we can get something nice. Because I do need an amulet. So this is always something to think about when you're playing this game. What are the gear upgrades that you need, and how can you get them, right? So gear upgrades for me. 1, a helmet. I can completely just go shop a helmet. I don't know, Velxir. Probably the brownies. I can just go shop a helmet. That'll be a little bit better, but this one's okay. It has plus to mana on it, which I like. 1 to battle command, which isn't bad. Gloves, boots. If you aren't rocking really good gloves and boots, you might as well just go grab some new nice gloves and boots, is all I can say.
So, my godfather thought taking care of 2 tiny critters was too much. So, there's a kitten on my desk right now.
Aww.
No, you can't eat chips.
Can you eat chips, kitty? I also have the imbue quest. I could use that on a helmet. But yeah, gloves and boots and belts. Fantastic to just go to Charcy and grab. Absolutely fantastic. And then amulets and rings. You can try and gamble better ones, but it is pretty expensive. By pretty expensive, I mean very expensive. Or you can craft them. So you can craft rings that'll have light res, fire res, things like that. You can craft caster ammies or all res ammies. Kind of whatever you want to do with it, right?
I can't carry anymore.
So. Let's see what we got here. Wow. There's so few amulets that could be worse than the one I have. And
Meow,
that's one
meow,
of them.
meow, meow for Pusaroni, meow, 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 meow.
Thank you, SNT. So gem shrines, also for those who don't know, will upgrade a random gem. And some people have said it's not random, but it's like specific order or whatever. And maybe that's true. But if you have 1 gem in your inventory, it will upgrade that gem 1 amount. So that's what I was doing there. I was upgrading the gem to the next level. And so I want a perfect amethyst. So I put a flawless amethyst in, nothing else, and went from there. Yeah, let's just kill this one and go for it. It's raw. Read stash left to right, line by line. That's what I've heard. I'd have to do some testing on it. Courtroom. Oh, I forgot to go to players 1, didn't I? Always go to players 1 before you go for the kill. Oh wait, actually let's keep that amulet. Do I have a jewel? I don't think so, so let's keep the next jewel that we find as well. And I have a Rao rune. Perfect. And perfect. Paladin build, easy to start off with. Hammerdin's gonna be your best bet. Also the players too, even though I haven't put it in, it carries through the game. So this is players 2 right now still. Okay, we'll just continue with vitality. I mean, I haven't found any of the runes I really need. So, I mean, we'll stick down here if we need to, you know, unfortunately. The soul rune is kind of less important. The shell rune is definitely getting more important, I would say. Because the shale is giving me cannot be frozen, which is pretty helpful. For like Hell Bale and people like that, right? So hopefully we get a shale soon. I have an AM and a tier already, so we'll just call that good for our crushing blow. And then go from there. Darn mana burn. Too much. Can't outdo it. At least for not key farming. Oof, that last key farm was so bad. It was like 50 or 60. How do resistances work in D2 and PoE you die with? And yeah, it's not like PoE. PoE's ridiculous because the game is built around everything hitting you because it's so fast. Then like it's all built around balance of just max res and stuff. It's not like that in D2. So if you have slightly lower res, like, yeah, you'll take a little more damage from those sources, but you can also dodge a lot of those sources and things like that.
I need mana. No.
Everybody mana burn. So now I'm up to 2.6 seconds stun as well. So that's really helpful. Blue in the face from shouting so much. Players 1. Soul rune, okay. So we have the soul now. So we'll get this. We'll go Ort Soul. Make ourselves a lore helm. And what's really nice about lore is 1 to all skills helps us. 10 to energy helps us, both with added mana and giving us the increased chance for crit and all of that. Lightning res is great. Damage reduce is great. And then 2 to mana after each kill. Also helpful. So, big boost right there. Hey, Einstein.
Yes.
Big boost. Very happy with it. Let's go players 3. Reboost whenever you get a skill shrine, just for a little bit more. And 2 to light radius, sure. You know, it's okay.
Hello, Mr. Llama. Love your guides. Let's pound
Thank
some
you.
dudes.
Let's pound some dudes, huh? Appreciate that, Attila. Is today Wednesday or Tuesday? It's Wednesday, right? Oh, thank God it's Wednesday. Mana per kill works on spells? Sure, it's just when you kill something. Doesn't matter how you kill it. I guess traps don't work. But that's because it's not you killing it. Traps are like minions of you, and so that's a little different. But other than that, yes. Let's just jump that. I thought it was Friday. Not Friday. My Friday. Kind of. Long week of work. But I put in good work this week. It was good. I got a product built where I needed to have it. So that was nice. So yeah, even though I'm having to stay down here a little bit longer because I really want this shell rune, I'm at least getting good experience because I can once again change that player count up, right? That's just a simple, easy way to do it to help out. Less than a week till you're 30. I still got a month and a half. Shouts do damage. Warcry shout does damage. Here you'll start to notice if you look at my mana pool that I'm actually starting to run a little bit short on mana when I'm fighting dudes. Let's see if it's the same when I battle orders. Oh, mana burn makes that tough to determine. Yeah, it looks like we're running. So I can't sustain currently. So whenever I can't sustain, that's one where like, okay, I want to get a little more mana going here, a little more energy. So maybe we'll put a little bit more into energy here. Hell rune, not quite what we want. Let's go 5 more to energy. More Warcry. I've gone all the way up to like 100 in energy before on this character.
Hello, Mr. Llama.
Hello.
I am here to respectfully ask a question.
Oh, sure.
Does the watermark that goes diagonally across the screen which says, subscribe now, go away if I subscribe? Hoping to remove the watermark. Love the content, but not the watermark so much.
Well, lucky for you, there is no watermark on the screen that says subscribe now. So, I'm sorry, you might be looking at a different page. That being said, subscribe today to get your name in lights and remove the watermark. Alright, we'll kill this guy.
Help me!
I realized that the song Shout by Tears for Fears has the line, come on, repeat it. Have I stumbled upon some sort of llama art? Where's the next clue?
That would be a really good clue for the llama trivia game. Come on. Oh, come on. I like it. Is it weird that you're starting to hear music in the shouting? Nope, it's just a natural part of going crazy. Never seen this build before. It's a really fun build. You know, doing tower runs with it is a little bland maybe, but overall the build is pretty interesting, I feel like. It's just like a very unique build, I guess is the best way to put it, right? Very unique.
Help me!
To clarify, I am watching your live stream through your OnlyFans page. Lots of male shouting going behind the watermark.
Well, don't have a OnlyFans, so not sure how that happened exactly.
mana.
Okay, players 1. Right, like how many games have you played where you can scream people to death? Exactly. Come on, Shale. Killing me, man. But getting levels is not the worst thing. It's actually something that's pretty useful for this character. So, and then we can also use our levels for shopping. A staff with even more mana. 30 to energy. Ooh. I think I want 30 to energy instead. Let's give it a try. It's a little less mana overall, but the chance for crit will go up a decent amount. Yeah, I want to make a rhyme shield, exactly. Ting. Hey Todd, how you doing, buddy? Careful of curse. Wait, where is he? Oh, there he is.
Not enough mana.
Thought he already ran away, actually. Cool. Okay, increase our war cry, and at 100 energy,
Enough mana.
we can definitely relax some points.
I need mana.
Too bad shouts don't crit. I'd love to hear the barbarian's voice crack, which causes double damage.
That sounds fabulous. Why all vitality? I mean, we haven't gone all vitality. We've gone 60 strength. We've gone like 65 energy, and then some from items as well. It's a good idea though, Grievous. But now we're just pumping vitality into like interim time because vitality is more life and life is always good. Yeah, plus the Barbarian gets 4 life per level. He's the only character in the game who gets that much life per level. 3 of the other ones get 3 life, or per vitality, excuse me. He gets 2 life per level, but per vitality point. So 3 of the other characters get 3 life per vitality point, and 3 of the other characters get 2 life per vitality point. So he can... But he only gets 1 point per energy point. Whereas the sorceress gets like 2 points per energy point, right? Or 2 mana per energy point. So it's way better to invest into like energy and those sorts of stuff with those sorts of characters and not so much with Barb. But the Barbarian, you pump his vitality up and then you use battle orders, which boosts his life even more. And he just becomes a multi-thousand HP monster. Sub-only August. Also known as Saugust. Ew. Saugust is not a... It's like sausage and sarch and something else.
Fresh meat.
Kadash! Or so many Etherins. Mwah! Thank you for those 5 gifted subs. Really rolls off the tongue, does it? I'm gonna go to players 5 now as well, because we're Or killing a lot. Saugust. I can't wait for September. Ow. Brutes are a little bit nasty. We're not going to fight them. Appreciate that, Kadash. Glad you're enjoying them. So yeah, even though we're farming up like crazy here, it's actually once again going to be okay because we still need to level up anyways. And one thing that you'll really learn about the Barbarian especially is that, oh, that's a busker. The Barbarian is not, the Shout Barb is not super great in Hell, especially the like later parts of Hell. He just doesn't quite do enough damage. So leveling earlier on can actually be really nice if you do some Pindle Eldritch, like End of Nightmare, just to get up to your 60, things like that. You can go through Hell, but it just takes a while. He's just a little bit of a slower character for that stuff. So once again, getting these characters in early on, or these levels in, I mean, early on, can actually be really useful. Because then for the rest of the game, at least until I kind of catch up to those later portions, I can still do, you know, like good damage and stuff. Because I'll have over-leveled earlier. Cool. Yeah, this is a guided play along, so everybody at home's on their barbarians as well, and we're all just playing barbarian together, playing our sing barbs. All just playing sing barb, having a good time. Okay, remember to go back to players 1.
Happy Saugust.
Ah, she even says it like it. Don't. That's gross. This is amazing. And sometimes you'll just be so unlucky. It's crazy. I mean, at some point, I guess I'll just move on. We're probably getting close to it. Probably getting close to the move on point. Crazy how? And that we haven't found a shell. We've done a lot of runs. Do they, Warren? Oof. Excuse me. Thank you. Solid experience, though. I mean, I'm on players 5 right now, so we should get solid experience, but That's kind of the nice thing is with the players count adjustments, you can plan for these sorts of issues that come up where you don't get any of the runes you need. You need to spend extra time down here. I mean, we just are on a string of such bad amulets, it's insane.
A gift for you.
I can see it now. Llama out on a hot date. Her, so what do you do for fun? Llama, wah wah hoo, wah wah hoo. Her, are you okay? Llama, I am sorry I have to go leap to the restroom. He. Her, yeah I think I'm just gonna go.
Help me.
Hey YouTube, if you're still watching at this point, you can skip to 3 hours and 14 minutes into the video to see when Llama finally moves past the Countess.
Thank you. Wait, 314, that's so far. God, I hope not that far. Hey, now how you doing? Take mana burns.
I can't carry anymore.
Give me the grand charm. All right. Whew. It's my leap noise. More vitality. So much life. Alright, so I might just move forward here and get the shell rune later. Just for the sake of guide purposes. It's not super important at the moment. It'll be more important in hell, but
I am overburdened.
for guide purposes, we will move forward after this run. Thank you, As Leonard. But we got some levels, so it's not the worst thing, once again. Always good to get some levels in. Go over to where the archers are. Cast around there. Call the archers in. So they get stunned.
Hey Llama, I just recalled a story about my friend. He loved to eat sandwiches, but they always had to have lettuce. And the lettuce on his sandwich always had to be cut into a triangle. And his triangular cut lettuce always had to have different lengths to edges. And all different angled corners. I guess what I'm saying is, he liked his sandwiches, as long as they were arugula.
Oh my god.
Help me.
Shout, shout, let it all out. These are the shells I could do without. Diablo 2. Come on.
So this right here, 3 hell runes plus a chipped diamond does actually make an Io rune. I think I only found 1 Neph rune. I didn't keep it because I never thought that I would get that. So now if we get another Neph rune later, I suppose we have that going for us. We also have 1, 2, 3, 4 AMs. So AM runes plus that makes soul, and now we have 2 souls. And if we get a 3rd soul rune, then we can make ourselves a shale rune. So we got some potential in here. All right, let's get rid of. We'll keep those 2 thols. Ith can go. 1 thol can go. 1 tier can go. A Tal and an Eth can go. And we'll get rid of that. keep this. Okay. So, anyways, let's move forward because we have done a lot of Countess. And I'm going to go ahead and go to players 3 moving forward just because I'm so boosted.
Join my army of the dead.
What the hell is this game? Just popped up on my recommended. Is it doably? Laughing face.
Hi 74, how are you?
Impossible.
This is the prequel to Diablo 3, if that game rings a bell. It's the better game, though. Okay. So we're still killing stuff pretty well.
This monastery reeks with evil and corruption.
And you're definitely not going to want to fight bosses on higher player counts, just as an FYI. D3 is the 10th highest selling game of all time
Evening
because
Llama.
of D2. Good evening. Thank you, Direct.
Help me.
Don't forget it.
Hey Llama,
so we'll go
as
to
you know,
jail.
I was raised Jewish.
No one
Not a
ever
big deal.
came.
Chosen people, whatever.
Right.
So I decided to try out church last Sunday.
Nice.
Not bad. I thought it was weird though when the priest brought out a perfectly cut veggie sandwich and said, "Let us pray."
Not a big deal. Chosen people and whatnot. Let us pray. Yeah, we got it. We got it. It was... Did you actually go to church this past Sunday? Or are you just making a joke about lettuce?
Join my army of the dead.
That must have been a Roman Catholic church.
Get out of here. Good lord. How? Did you prep that with him? I don't understand, Evo, how you top of the head. It's insane. Like, I feel like you two talk beforehand and come up with your jokes together.
Join my army of the dead.
It's ridiculous.
No one cares about D3. It was DOA Laughing Face. Blizzard needs to find the source code of D2 and make a new chapter. Don't
Right.
care what anyone else thinks. Haha Laughing Face.
That's right. Let's go over here, I guess. Check if there's anything this way.
Off the top of the head of lettuce.
Right. Top of the head of lettuce. More war cry for a little more damage. More vitality for a little more life. We're gonna battle cry so this dude hits less hard. And you can see that we have a really big damage reduction. So that actually helps a ton. Right? Minus 38% damage. That's huge. That's absolutely huge. So battle cry is actually a very useful skill. And that's the thing about the shout barb is, yes, it has war cry for shouting and damage, but like so many shouts are really useful. Howl is actually really useful
No,
for
I
later on when
actually
you're like
went.
leveled
It
up
was a
more.
little strange but not bad. Was scary though. It was hard to get to, on the other side of the island.
So
We had to take a boat and almost hit an iceberg on the way. Iceberg lettuce. Still haven't let the
still just-
lettuce thing go.
Still on the lettuce, huh? Got it. Make
Let
the
us get
Freybot
out of the
thank you,
tail
jeez.
level 3.
I am overburdened.
Still don't know if you went. So yeah, so a lot of the shouts are really useful, right? How can be useful for later on,
What's
like
the difference
end
between a
game
hippo
stuff.
and a zippo? One
Taunt
is
is
a
good.
1-ton water-based mammal and the other is a little lighter.
It's cute. It's very cute. battle cry for lowering effectiveness, defense, lowering attack damage and everything. Obviously war cry, battle orders, battle command. I mean, it's just like one after another. Just bang, bang, bang. Won't fight champions.
Help me.
And so this
These
is
lettuce
also
jokes are ridiculous.
a fabulous place to farm.
I am overburdened.
When you get here and to Nightmare Mephisto. Those are two just absolutely wonderful places to farm. Highly recommended. So getting this waypoint can be really solid. This is the best place also to farm for an SOJ. And remember, this is also a place for... so we'll go ahead and do this. This is also going to be a place... Oops, there we go. For, like, to bug. So make sure that you bug this. Right, another bugging area for bugging Andariel. Wait, where is it? Oh, it's on the down. Okay. Farm, you know, farm, lettuce. You get it. Okay. Waypoint. And let's see where our Andariel is. So I don't have my strength actually online right now. But we should still be able to shout her down just because we're such a high level. At this point, getting your strength operational, though, can be a useful thing to do. So I'll actually show you that here in a second. But Nightmare Andariel is not too bad for just shouting. Like, it's still not the fastest way, but it works out okay. And we'll weaken her a little bit so she does less damage when she melees us. You can see our resistances are solid. 75, 50, 75, 75. And that's only with 1 point in natural res, right? So you can get even more there later to really help out. Breastplate. There you go. Even more poison res. 90 poison res. You cannot touch me.
Help me.
This
Alright.
is exactly how not to ask out women. Shouting at them while they try to kill you.
So I love the humongous. This one's Eth and has less requirement. So only 74 strength for some big ol' crushing blow damage. Could be nice to use that later with concentrate. I might actually consider it. Other than that, all these other drops were trash. But like I said before, this is a decent character to go and farm. We'll drop that. We'll put this here. We'll get rid of this. You love it, huh? Why don't you marry it? I know. And just like that, though, congratulations. You have completed Act 1 of Nightmare. GG. And you might be way over leveled like myself. Hopefully not. Hopefully you're in your like mid-30s right now instead of crazy high. But if you are this high leveled, like I say, it's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world at all. It's actually totally fine. And 30 to energy. I mean, that has been nice, but let's see if we can find 27 to mana. Just looking for something a little beefier there. Even more mana on it. 100 mana or something like that. When do I plan on whipping out the humongous? Like I said, for like a boss that could be useful. Alright, I have to get the strength now and show you guys strength. Okay.
I think that's the first llama has ever said, I hope you're in your 30s.
I need mana.
Thanks.
Not enough mana. I am overburdened.
Okay, let's just do the strength now. So, you can go back to normal.
What can I do for you?
People need to leave the
And
food puns
just
alone.
get a two
You
open
just
socket,
beat a
like
dead
a
horse.
saber,
Pepper
right?
in something new.
I like a scimitar because it's
Help me.
very fast attack
That's a good
speed.
way of thinking about it.
So.
You're not getting old, just overleveled.
Thank you. So a two open socket scimitar. Just a quick and easy shout. Also, for when you join the game, I press R for normal, N for nightmare, and H for hell. So I don't have to actually click on normal. That's how I'm joining the game so quickly. And also, if you want to get your mercenary a strength as well, that can be done here. You can just shop, you know, a two open socket polearm. You can shop that at Charts or Farah as well. And I only have one AM rune because I morphed those other ones. So, isn't the giant axe good for crushing blow already? Sure, but I'm showing everybody, right? This is a guided playthrough. Not everybody's gonna find humongous. If we can get it. I might just shove it in a random saber if we don't get this soon enough. Thank you, Crud. Come on. Can't even get any two open sockets now.
Help me!
The scimitar is next to the shales. Can't miss it.
Ah, that's where it must be, next to the shales. Of course. Come on. All right, I'm just gonna seriously. Okay, there we go. We got one finally. Okay, so Amrune, Tier Rune in that order, and you get strength. And why is strength good? Well, it does give you 20 to strength, 10 to vitality, which is nice. Mana per kill, whatever. The big thing that we care about here is 25% chance crushing blow. So then when you do go fight Andariel, you just battle, you Warcrier down, and then you use Concentrate, and then you just bash her face in, and you'll just crush all of her life down to really low. It's like static because it does a percentage of health instead of an amount of damage. And so knocks him down really quickly, and then you just finish him off with shouting. So definitely the way to go. Highly recommended.
A gift for you.
And then here I have Crushing Blow. Like I was saying, I have Crushing Blow on this weapon as well. And if you have Thol Io, then getting a 3 open socket mace can be really good for that. And you can get Thol Io Neff in, and that has even more Crushing Blow. So that's why that's kind of preferred a little bit. Thank you, Binary. Yeah, it's faster to just exit the game and go back in for shopping. I don't know if that's because of SSDs or just whatnot, but I played a part in it. You mean Iodol? I don't mean Iodol. Not one bit. What's up? It's the end of the work week for us, which is nice. I wonder if that's gonna go to a dead end or not. That's right, maybe. I mean, we still have streaming, so not fully the end of the work week, but the end of the main job or the side job, whatever you want to call it. Really is confusing to say and try and explain. My full-time, part-time.
I am overburdened.
You're golfing tomorrow morning? Nice. Side job, yeah. The waypoints at the start of these areas is crazy. Okay, I'll get in and kill a few of these guys, I guess. Kill the boss. Grab some mana. I have enough health, so I don't really need to do that. My job the government knows about and I pay taxes on. That's right. Because there's nothing smarter in a completely online job with all electronic payments and tracking than tax evasion. Did Oklahoma finally give my refund? Nope. They have just kept it for themselves. They won't even give me an explanation. Every time I ask for it, they just say, we need more time. It's amazing. So this is also, zombies are a really tough group to kill. So I would recommend not trying to fight ghouls, zombies, all of those. Obviously I'm very over leveled right now, so I can kind of fight them a little bit, but they have a very high defense or whatever it is to prevent stone physical resistance.
I hope you join an attachment with all donation quotes and your tax statements.
The sun has never shown me.
That's right. Just let them read everything. Is that why I left Oklahoma? No, I mainly left because no state income tax in Texas. So like, you know, I was having to pay income tax on my stream and on my main job.
Mr. Llama, thanks for the good content.
Thank you.
I have been watching you do your online job for about a year now as I finish grad school.
Nice.
Hope you get that thing from Oklahoma and get past these zombies.
Me too. Thank you. Let's put a little bit in there.
A gift
More
for
war
you.
cries.
Hot dog.
Hot dog. Also, combat shrines can be really useful for bosses, by the way. Just as a heads up. So I moved as a tax dodge? No. I moved because cheaper to live in Texas. Just because I save money from taxes. I mean, if you want to call that dodging taxes, you can. I suppose so.
I hope you attach weird-shaped triangles of lettuce to your tax statement, so that when they contact you to ask about it you can say, "Oh, I'm sorry, were there some irregularities?"
It's awful. So bad. It's not a lower cost of living. Oklahoma has a lower cost of living, but not the money that I was saving from lower cost of living, I was putting all into state income tax.
Impossible.
Right, exactly. Like, I pay everything I owe, so I'm not dodging those taxes that way.
I need marbles. Not enough marbles.
But yeah, that was kind of my reasoning there. Ooh, round shield, nice. It's a fun item. Love it. So we got a Mosers. He shoved 2 P diamonds in there, and baby, you got yourself something even better.
I can't.
Also, you had to live in Oklahoma. Exactly, and it's not like the greatest state. I think I have 1 perfect diamond currently. So yeah, I was saving a little bit for like rent and cost of living, but I was paying it all back in state income tax anyways. Alright, I can't leap over that. Let's kill it. So I have family who lives in Texas, so I thought, I'll come back. Family's here. And we'll just do it up here, and then pay less in state income tax. By that I mean none. Yeah, Florida also doesn't have any. Had nothing to do with the restraining order, thank you very much. So you can see that I'm dodging a lot of stuff. Once again, it's because I am pretty high level at this point. Sitting here killing all of the trash in a single file line is just not that interesting.
Woot woot. Shout them to death.
So it's not, it just takes a lot of mana and it doesn't really grant a lot of experience. So I'd rather kill them in big groups like that. Which state had the most Chipotle? Chipotle. Thank you, Zorith. I did have Chipotle today, that is true. That is actually true. Is there a trick for finding Maggot 3? Yeah, you want to go right of the way you came in. If that doesn't make sense, I recommend watching my guide videos. I have a lot of guide videos on what I mean with like directions and all of that stuff. And that'll help you a lot. Chain lightning, nice. And the staff. Cool.
Great.
How may I help you?
37 to mana on an amulet. Nice. Cool. Some more mana. And then here I can do this. And then like I said, I just need a second perfect diamond. And we'll be good to go here. I'm going to get rid of these rejuves because I have enough. I'm going to drop an Eth rune because I only need 1. And we'll do this right now. So, Ancient's Pledge is about the same as 1 P diamond. P ruby is fire res. So I want all the light res in there. So, or all the all res in there. So yeah, so we'll just go ahead and try and get some more diamonds now. We'll collect them. And just go with that. It's a nice little boost. Also, we got that mana ammy, so that's super helpful as well. It's wonderful.
Help me!
Mr. Llama, I am studying drug addictions and am going over treatment options for my final exam. Would it be fair to compare watching Diablo 2 streamers instead of playing the game, to treating withdrawal from drugs? Asking for a friend.
So it's like watching somebody use drugs instead of doing it yourself and using that as a treatment method. Is that what you're saying? Six socket maiden spear? Not really. I guess you could technically make a botted in it, so if you wanted that. I love the density. Ooh, spicy.
I can't carry anymore.
Let's check out the circlet. Chug those. 6 energy, not enough.
One could get lost in here.
Alright, Arcane Sanctuary time. And once again, another area that I'm probably just gonna try and like leap through and teleport through, because unless I get a nice density around me, it just doesn't really seem super worth it to stop and kill everything when I'm already level 43.5 here. Nothing good. Alright, nothing on the first way.
One could get lost in here.
Ooh, a flawless diamond, nice. So now we just need a gem shrine. That's a fire shrine, almost. Now we just need one gem shrine and we'll be good to go. We can make ourselves a nice, nice Mosers. Save the 4th ways for my speed runs. I've reset since the tower because I went back to normal, so I don't have any information on that. Also, I didn't have information anyways because it wasn't the right starting map. Come on! Killing me. I'm doing alright. How are you feeling? How's your Wednesday day going?
Hey Llama, just finished watching your melee hell barb. Great guide.
Thank
I
you.
hope you find what you're searching for tonight.
Appreciate that. Oh, it's champions? Oh, gross. Never mind, I don't want to fight him. I don't want to find him. Come on, 3rd way at least. Alright, 3rd way it is. Remember, you don't need to kill the summoner, and we go to the sun, because that was the only symbol that wasn't on that back wall. So tombs are also a decent place for experience.
I hope
so
you
like
always find what you are searching
you can
for.
boost up, you know, I'll go players 4 even. Especially if we can get beetles here. Thank you, Tank. If we can get some beetles in here, there we go. This can be a solid place to get experience. So feel free to use tombs. And you can just once again go into all of the tombs, right? Like you don't have to just be in the one. You can go to all of them because they're all filled with high level monsters, good experience, like Wasabi.
Ba ba ba, Barbarian, you've got me rockin' and a shoutin'.
Bar, 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 bar. Barbarian! It's pretty good. Trash Grand Charm. How do you memorize the tomb symbols for each entrance? Well, there's only 7 of them, so you just memorize them. I don't know. How do you memorize your phone number, right? Like, you just do it. How do you memorize pi? You just look for a pattern and realize there isn't any, and then you just memorize the numbers in the order. Another flawless diamond. 1 to go. How come nobody plays Barb anymore? Oh, Whirlwind Barb? Yeah, it's just not
Went
great.
to the dance, looking for romance, saw BARBARIAN and thought I'd take a chance.
It needs a lot of good gear for it. Good song.
How to memorize pi. Step 1, be a massive nerd.
Whoa, I wouldn't say massive. Look, am I slightly nerdy? Maybe. Most people say I'm that cool jock kid. But you know, it's whatever. Berserk Barb any good? I mean, yeah, you can make a Berserk Barb go through the game and it's okay. Who says that? People. Lots and lots of people. Yeah, I really love farming in the tombs. Excuse me. Thought pi was infinite. How'd you learn it all? Well, nobody's learned it all. It is infinite. You just learn as far as you can or want or whatever. Let's see. I guess I care less about that 3-socket helm now because I have what I need there. We'll get rid of a couple chips. Get rid of that. Sell this. Sell this. Keep that. I do want 1 Amy to keep. So actually, let's keep this. Trash that. Probably don't need that Tau rune. You can go in here. Move these guys over. Faster run walk can go. And let's put a couple jewels away. Okay. Perfect.
Welcome to my shop.
Burmal Burist, yeah, Infinity's real, just not single player eligible, so that's what you gotta watch out for. Yeah, we found a Moser's. Also, having maxed out res is definitely going to help you if you're trying to farm in here. If you do not have good light res, I recommend against it. Just as a small heads up. Doll rune. Alright, well now we have Io Doll. Which honestly isn't terrible. Gives us some vitality, right? And then, does it have plus some mana on it? Is that right? Okay, we'll go to players 1 for Duriel. And now I can show you guys the magic of a little bit of crushing blow right here. 13 to mana. 10 vitality, but 20 FCR. Okay, so there you go. I mean, look at his health. It's ridiculous.
Help me.
Let's chunk him down, baby.
HJN plus meow 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 meow.
Taking chunks out of his face. Oh yeah, I forgot to drink those. That'll help. That'll help get us up to 85 cold res. No scrubs. Really? Oh, there we go. Made the wrong one up.
Question: what is one funny thing in D2 that makes you laugh? Mine is extra fast zombies open mouth smile.
I don't know. Yeah, we're probably getting pretty close to where we just switch over to shouting him to death. We've chonked him far enough. There's a lot of little things that are funny. Classic 1.0 flare jungle noises. Yeah. Agreed, I love that. I'm sad it's no longer a thing. Alright. And just like that, give yourselves a clap on the back. You have completed Act 2 of Nightmare. Well done. And got some good experience in there as well. And we got some Bone Slayer action, which looks good, but it's really not that great. But it looks super cool. That wasn't my back. Sorry. There we go. Go talk to Jurhin.
Not in town.
Go to the harem. And there we go. I know, that wand was so good, but it was sorceress only. I was really sad that I couldn't use it. I really wish that that was a wand and not a orb. Attack rating, not worth anything for us. Ooh, mana burn.
I need love.
Great Maul, are you kidding?
I am overburdened.
Didn't this happen last time where we found Steel Driver on the Barbarian?
Statue.
I'm so sad. I really want to make a Steel Driver Barbarian, but it's the guided playthrough. We're not going to shift into it. Great Mauls of Fire, right?
Impossible.
Can I leap this point? Oh. That's crazy. Is it a good weapon? I love Steel Driver. I'll show you guys and we can take a look at it in a second. Let me kill this dude. So the giant thing is great attack speed, giant ED, and 50% minus requirements. So with those three things, you can then up it as well later if you want for even more damage. I mean, it just has so much damage on it. It's so good with a good attack speed. So I really love it for early on. Keeping the requirements low is super solid. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's go check down here. It does kick out to the Great Marsh. Okay. What skills do I use with Steel Driver? I mean, you could probably like whirlwind with it. Honestly, I really want it. The build I really want to do is find Steel Driver on a Fury Druid. And then use that on the Fury Druid. Who's Jake Paul and why is Twitter telling you about him? He's a douche tuber who is just this not great person at all. And he's on Twitter because the FBI is raiding his house for what we don't know. Flare Jungle. Well, that's nice at least. Yeah, he's Logan Paul's brother. So just everything that, you know, think about everything you could despise about another human being. Socketing Steel Driver makes sense? Sure, I would shove a Shale Rune in that. If I could ever find a Shale Rune, that is. He probably likes crunchy peanut butter and Diablo 3. Exactly. Exactly. He pre-purchased Diablo Immortal. Ugh. Gross. Uh-oh. Slight frame droppage. Apologies. Apologies. He doesn't tip his delivery driver. I mean, are you supposed to tip them when there's already the tip line and the delivery fee and the service charge tacked onto the bill? I don't order delivery because it's 20,000 fees, but that's always my question.
Yes.
My goodness. 39 fire res is super solid. Ooh, look at this charm. Now this is the kind of charm that you want to find. That is the kind of charm you want to find. Good res, good life on it. No, don't sell it. Just Beautiful. Hey, Papa Ping. We will keep that right over here. And Iodol. Put that there. Okay. If we had inventory like pod, I think it's too big. It's probably a happy middle ground somewhere. So the Flare Jungle is actually a pretty solid place for getting experience. Once again, I am pretty high leveled at this point, so I'm not going to get a ton of experience here, but this is definitely a place if I was in mid-30s that I'd come and, you know, be totally fine farming a little bit here and there. And so we're just going to do a waypoint there. Go forward and back, all that stuff. Barb is so fast. Yeah, I don't even have faster unlock. Oh, I do. They're 20s, though. They're only 20s. I don't even have, like, 40s on or anything. But and I only have 1 point in increased speed. But you get a lore helm on. You get your battle command going.
Ex-delivery driver of 7
This is
years
so
here.
nice.
Please tip your delivery drivers. Even if it is $1 or $2. They do get mileage from taking a delivery, but most pizza places reduce their wages while they are on the road.
Sounds fun.
Similar to wait staff.
Ugh, so messed up, man. Alright, let's find the waypoint here. But with stealth, yeah, I have stealth though. But, I mean, you always have stealth. But yeah, the increased speed is a big helper for the character, for sure. Is it okay to farm Lower Cross and Nightmare? I was literally just about to talk about that. Yes! Farming Lower Cross is actually, one, totally fine, but also really a solid thing to do. This is one of the first places that you can... Great Marsh in Act 3 is technically the first place where you can just drop a Grand Charm that has plus to skills on it. So skiller GCs are very popular there. Hey, we got our Flawless Diamond. Whirlwind Barb, maybe one day. So you can get a lot of things though from that. So it's actually really solid and really fun. And obviously you can get gems, you can get jewels, all sorts of things like that. Should be good enough. Well, like I said, I don't order delivery, so that's why I don't tip delivery, because there's no way to tip. I can't tell you the last time I had anything delivered. But I do tip if I order it. I just hate looking at the price. If I order a meal that's $10, by the time it gets to my place, it's like $22, and then I have to tip as well. And it's like, oh, hold on. This is a little ridiculous. Those are nice gloves right there. 29 cold rest, half freeze duration. If I didn't have Sanders, I would be all about it. And then players 8 the chest? Yes, exactly. So you can just do players 8 farming of LK. If you're wondering what players 8 LK farming is, I have a video for how to do it very quickly on a source. But you can do it here. And it really can just be a nice place to get gold, gems, jewels, all sorts of stuff. Okay, let's go there. So we're gonna now morph up. Oh yeah, we have Steel Driver. That's right. And now we'll make our Mosers into a 63 all res with a good block chance. 199% ED, so close. And so now our res are even higher. How neat is that? What does oil potion do? You can throw it. Fire damage. It's not great. The Sanders is used for 40 to life, but the attack speed is also useful when I'm using concentrate on the final bosses at the end. Right. Let's actually go to players 3. For fun. Try and get a little more experience. But yeah, so now we're max res in Nightmare, which means, yes, we're going to lose 60 more res going into Hell, but we'll gain 10 back doing Anya. So really, we're going to lose 50. Oh wait, is it 30 in Nightmare? It's 40 and then 100, right? Why can't I remember? So it should be another 50 gone, but that should put us at plenty of resistances in Hell. And I can always, once again, put more points into natural res. You're not going to put a ton there, but you can see even another point now would be 7 all res. So if you drop 3-4 points into natural resistances, it's totally fine. Like, it's actually not a terrible move. You get a ton of resistances. After 52, it only goes up by 1. Yeah, something like that. So you don't want to go too crazy on it, but you can get up to 40, 45 all res with just a few points in it. And that's totally worth it, as res are a big, important factor in this game.
Hello.
26 life is nice, poison res, but obviously, all in all, not worth it. You want to make a shout barb now? Follow the guide and make the shout barb, man. Do it. Go for it completely. That's why we're making this, so people have a way to see how to play it, how to do it. And I mean, I'm on players 3 even right now. Like, that's how strong we are. We're just going to town on these dudes. How can Singabarb do in Hell? I mean, he definitely starts to fall off. In the earlier stages of Hell, he still does okay. And if you level him up a lot and, like, spend time getting him to, you know, 70, 65, whatever, and then slowly progress your way through, he's gonna be fine. He'll do just fine there. It's really the when you're like kind of underleveled and then you get to like the chaos and things like that. Yeah, and if you're online on ladder or playing with Pluggy, get 2x Spirit Swords. Straight up, it is like the most OP thing you could do. You get massive mana, hit recovery, vitality, FCR, like, it's so strong. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. But once again, that's Pluggy only. 2 to skills, that's right. 2 to all skills for each one. So 4 to all skills in total. I mean, it's pretty strong. Pluggy is a mod that basically brings ladder to single player. Because some rune words are ladder only, such as this. So yeah, and that's just Talthol or Am, so you can farm those just at Nightmare and Dariel, right? We farmed 2 sets of Talthol or Am at Nightmare and Dariel. So get both of those as your weapons, and I promise you, you're gonna do so well. Where the diminishing returns start for Cold Source? Not really diminishing returns on it. She just murders everything all the time.
I need mana. Not enough mana.
kill a couple things here. And move forward. Flying. Is plugin enabled for this run? It's not. Otherwise, I'd show you guys, but also at the same time, I almost don't even want to show it with that because it's like so good. Dual wielded spirits is just so insane. You just are constantly, I mean, it's still gonna, you know, it's still Shepherd, but like you're gonna be in a very good position. That's all I can say. You won't run into any of those mana issues. You won't run into, you know, there's so many issues that'll just be avoided that I can't, like, I don't feel like I can show it as well, you know, because then if anybody plays without it, they'll be like, oh, I'm having so many more difficulties, and it's like, yeah, well, you're not using spirits. So this is, I feel it's the better way. Do it like this, and then if people have questions or whatever, they can see the challenges, and if they want to use Spirit Online, then like, cool, go for it. I would highly recommend it if it's available to you. Am I gonna throw a point and find item? Nah, not really. It's good for like later on, but early on, it's not super great. Finally, a jewel. My goodness, that took so long for us to find a jewel. I was talking about that back in like Act 1. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, Robbie. Okay, so we'll just do Tramical. And I mean, we have 1,500 health here, so once again, we are just like so far ahead in the health game right now that it's just doing a ton for us. Ooh, hopefully I can get to Mephisto while I have this combat shrine. It just boosts our attack rating so much that we can hit him so much more often. Thank you, Jarpser. Also, highly recommended, get this waypoint if you can. Like, this is actually my favorite place to farm. Nightmare and Dariel's cool for a little bit, but like, Nightmare Mephisto is the place to go farming. He has so many items that are useful and viable for any character. You're gonna find just like faster run, like awesome boots, awesome weapons, awesome helms, everything. It's just crazy. So highly recommended. How you doing, Regis? And so I'm not gonna get the waypoint because I'm not gonna farm here, but this is where I farm for like my melee characters and all sorts of stuff. Okay, and let's switch to concentrate. And make sure that you lower his defense with battle cry. There we go. Viper Magi can drop here, all sorts of stuff. First place that drops Shaco. I mean, Nightmare Veil probably can. Normal and Dario, or Hell and Dario is gonna be your best bet to try and get it though. Normal Bale can, he's level 60, so I don't think he can drop Shaco. Nah, he can't. It's not till Nightmare Bale. Okay, first Shaco from a random armor rack, nice. Normal Bale cannot drop Tyrael tonight, no. How to glitch Andy again. To bug Andy, it's very simple. When you kill her, just go to town, and talk to War of and travel east. Just don't leave the game between doing those steps. That is your main thing you must focus on. Yeah, we're pretty close to just shouting them down. Yeah, bugs are so she always drops her quest drop. Alright, let's go get our finishing. Alright, come on. Nice stuff. Alright, let's shout him down. Finish him. Large axe. Not quite. Not quite. Regardless, GG. Yeah, we're finding all of the axes. It's crazy. GG. That, my friends, is act numero 3.
Help me.
Serious question. Can normal ball drop Mang Song's lesson? Odd question, I know,
No.
but I know this guy, a friend. He's been looking, and I thought, maybe.
Nope. Cannot.
What do you need?
Okay, so now we're gonna do like I talked about before, which is try and get a better. Where's my Rao rune? There it is. A better amulet. So we're gonna go for crafting. Not great. It's actually miserable. Ugh. Alright, never mind. Big oof. Maybe we can get another chance at one later. It's got mana. Big oof. Such is life. It's awful, but it's not tragic. That's pretty tragic. That's pretty bottom of the barrel for what you can craft. That's all I'm gonna say. That right there is pretty bottom of the barrel. Continue with Warcry. It's definitely gonna be really annoying being out here, by the way, just because you have to deal with these mana burns. So Act 4 is gonna get quite annoying. Trying to lure them in can be a great way to help deal with that. Skill Shrine. Always read battle orders with it.
I can't.
It was still bad for the level, even though, yes, it is. Crafting, you know, does have some care of the Ami and stuff, but still. That was pretty weak overall. Would I recommend Insight over Honor? Yeah, 100%. If you're playing on, once again, ladder or with Pluggy or something, Insight is also another fantastic option, as that's going to sustain you so you can infinitely cast. So, bug your Mercenary and give him Insight, and you're going to be set for, like, everything. So, yeah. That's another cheat, almost. Cosmos. Longtime YouTube gang. Welcome over. Happy to have you. Thank you, Jarp. Yeah, if you're on the YouTube, don't be afraid. Come join us on Twitch. We have a good time here. This is where having a rhyme can be very useful for instances like Isual. This is where it can be a very useful thing. Just cannot be frozen. Really helps a lot. So, like I say, we don't have it right now.
The bottom
We're
of
just
the
gonna deal
barrel,
with it.
you say. Isn't that farther away and harder to reach? If that crafted amulet is from the bottom of the barrel, you could be a barrel half full guy and be glad you can reach the bottom of this barrel.
It's a very weird way to put it all. You can also, yes, you don't need pluggy or whatnot. You can just update your runes.txt file to enable ladder rune words. That's also 100% correct. If you have dual spirits and an insight on your mercenary, this is gonna look like a much different run. You're gonna crush it. Nice, Chenmi. Every speedrunner cheating and hacking, that's right. Does speedrun have categories for ladder, non-ladder? No, everything is done single player, so non-ladder. How do you bug a merce? Exclamation mark bug merce? Is that the command, maybe? Merce bug. Ah. Perfect. Alright, so we crush and blew him down, and now we'll just shout him for the final biddies. And wham bam, thank you ma'am. 2 more skill points. Now you can either shove these into battle orders, you could put maybe like 1 more, 2 more into natural resistance. That's also totally fine. I'm going to go ahead and put another in battle orders, and 1 and 1. We'll do it like that. I think that should be good. Alright, and let's continue on to Diablo. Is it really a shout bar if you use a 90? Yeah. I shout 99% of the time I'm playing. It's only on bosses with massive HP that I use Crushing Blow for a little bit first.
Not enough mana. I can't carry anymore.
This is very much a shout barb. It's just shouting is not great for high HP monsters. Takes a lot of mana, and it's just kind of annoying. Right, it's like, can a Blizz Source be a Blizz Source if they static bosses? Of course. Every sorceress is going to use static. Like, it's just too good to not take advantage of. Every melee character is going to use Crushing Blow on a boss. It's just too good to not take advantage of, you know? Or the 1.0 run's just gonna stop at normal. So the somebody just sponsored 2 normal 1.0 runs. So that's why we had 2 runs and why they stopped at normal. Oh boy. That Midor is not fun. See what we can get here. It's worth it to gamble anything? I mean, later on, sure. Right now, like, money's pretty important. But yeah, if you want to gamble a ring or an Ami, you know, you can try for something. But they're, like, pretty expensive, so. And sometimes you can get into positions where you can, like, chain stun bosses. And it's really nice, and I don't exactly understand why, but that's how it works sometimes. So, just appreciate that it's a thing. If you find a spot where you're stunning a unique boss over and over, don't move from the spot.
Greetings.
Maroon! GG. Nice. So now we can actually make a Durus if we want to really crush some dudes. However, Durus requires a Shale Rune. God. Stupid. Okay, we'll keep that. We can do Caster Army later. And yeah, we don't have the Shale Rune that we need. But Durus is a fantastic melee armor. And then has great crushing blow. Let me show it over here. Here's Durus right here. So good resistances, but open wounds and crushing blow on it. Super nice. So if we stack this on top of a black or a strength or whatever, just go to town on some dudes. Yeah, Durus is fabulous. Like, Durus would also, on our melee character, be really, really solid as well. Oh no, he's mana burn. That's annoying. Never mind. I just don't like fighting mana burn. It just turns into a terrible, terrible time. Gonna return to tower? We'll just keep going forward. It's a guided playthrough and I can deal without it.
Both times I have seen you hit Hellforge, you have gotten an
This is Nightmare Forge. But you should stick around then. That's what it sounds like. You can also, of course, use that Amarin for just like good resistances, right? Pop it in a helm or something. Obviously we have lore here, but... snack bar. That sounds tasty. Yeah, Hellforge. What'd you say, Hellforge?
I need mana.
Ah, stupid mana burn. So awful. Or save the M up for a Chain of Honor. Yeah, I mean, you can do that too if you like.
What do you need?
Got a little ways to go, but sure. Cool. One boss group down. Quit mana burning me. Stop it.
I need mana.
So annoying. I love the stun length. It's so long, it just gives you time to do whatever you want. Like 4.6 seconds. 4.8 seconds. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's so much time. Thank you, Jin. So much time. Oh. Do I think it needs a cooldown? The skill or what? I mean, I don't think the skill's overpowered by any means. You know, you can compare it to so many other skills in this game. It's not by any means a ton better than it. It's just got nice, deals with stuff nicely. Ooh, 15 to mana, 25 MF, and 9 light res. Now that actually might be worth more to me, because I got some mana in there as well. So let's go ahead and do our same stuff. Now with Nightmare Diablo, if you stand close enough to him, you need to be like right on top of him, like right here. When he fire breathes you, he'll breathe over you. Normal Diablo is near impossible. You have to actually be perfectly like on him to avoid it. Nightmare, you can stand like right here, and there you can see he doesn't actually hit me with his lightning. And Hell Diablo, you just gotta be like anywhere in melee range. And the reasons for that is because they screwed up when they increased the distance on his lightning range, right? It gets longer in Nightmare and in Hell. They also increased the starting point of it from where it starts from his mouth. So you just gotta stand really close to him in Nightmare. And then, you know, his other stuff hits you, but his lightning doesn't, which is one of the most brutal ones of the group, I would say. Hands, mouth, wherever it comes from. Yeah, I will, Galaxy. What unique axe will we find this time? Some fast-paced action. I mean, this is a boss, you know. Alright, we can probably start shouting now. Super Mario Bros. 3. What a fantastic game that was. So close.
Hail to you, champion.
Get him. Aww, garbage. But GG, just like that, you are the proud owner. 7 to life, 12 fire res are nice. Good defense on it too, 255, but 142 strength. Dual res, 10 to energy. This is actually nice, you know, it's decent, but obviously not better than our lore. We will continue on there. And yeah, I think I'm gonna actually switch off these gloves for now. Sanders are nice, the 40 to life is nice, but 15 to mana with 25 MF just seems like a really, really solid. Mana and magic find is just super good for me, and I'm pretty strong overall.
The time has come.
So we're gonna get to the next farm spot, right? And that's going to be, of course, Eldritch again. Kill Nilithak in town. Shouldn't we? So burning archers are terrible to fight, honestly. Highly recommend to just run past them. Bloody foothills can be just rough overall. Especially with burning archers though, and quill rats. So many things to shoot at you. Thankfully we have 1500 life. We're doing a-okay in the life department here. Do I need to save the barbs? I guess it gets us another Ral rune, and I have that flawless amethyst, so we could maybe make another caster Ami. That is true. So maybe worth it to save the barbs. Also, they're kind of my brothers. So right here, this is your like farm group. Ooh, with a shrine, even better. So at this point, if you want to farm up to like level 60 here, go right ahead. Be my guest. Just come here, do this. You can go players 5, players 3, whatever you want. Battle orders. This is just such a good place to level. Highly recommended. I mean, look at my experience. Yeah, I'm on players 5, but like, and it's a pretty easy group to kill as well, right? Super quick to get to them. Still farming there at level 70. Is that bad? I mean, if you're doing players 8, level 70, farming them, it's probably fine, to be honest. And you're probably still getting mildly okay experience. At 70, I'd probably start to move forward, but you farmed to 75 with your source? Yeah. 72 is when you really start hurting on it. Yeah, it's like around there is when you're gonna start really hurting on it, but you can do a lot. And the beautiful thing is you can also get really good gear here. You can get some nice runes. There's a lot of like things that can drop here. So I'm just gonna do this one level.
I should probably save my jerk friends and jerk brothers from the total annihilation of our jerk species from the jerk forces of jerk evil. The jerks had better like this.
20 IAS. Great to save if I didn't have 20 IAS already. And that sounds about right, Lilia. So that was like instant, right? I just leveled up an entire level in like a minute there. 48 to 49. So you can just stand there and level up many times. And it's super easy. Shank's not that great to farm. If you do want to farm someone else, I would recommend farming Pindle as well. So go really quickly, save Anya first. And then go save Pindle after that. Or kill Pindle and his minions. Because those are both really quick. You can do them in sequence. They both have the double drop, so it's really good for drops, items. It's good experience. You can kill it on a higher player count and really just do some work. All sorts of stuff. So, highly recommended to just... Yeah, they drop 2 items instead of 1, right? Like most unique monsters are just gonna drop 1 item. So, that is my like main recommendation for getting just a bunch of quick levels. Go there, save Anya, come back, and just farm Pindle and Shank, and just do it, or Eldritch, whatever, and just do it like 50 times on players 3, 5, 7, you know, whatever it is that you can do. And you can level up to like 60 super fast. Or go up to 70 or whatever it is, right? It's just a great way to just get a bunch of fast experience in half an hour, whatever it was. It took me like a minute, like I said, to go from 48 to 49. So you can just go ham on it. Ow. What are you guys doing in chat? Okay, and I guess we'll go ahead and go save Anya now. And we'll do the resist cold shine. Thresh Socket is good for like if you want to farm some items really fast. But if you're trying to get experience, he doesn't have any minions with him. So, terrible. Don't do it. Okay. So you can see, once again, I'm not really killing a ton of stuff along the way. A bunch of trash, especially in Act 5, like, it's almost like, why stop and kill a bunch of trash unless it's a giant group like this? Because instead, I could just spend that time shouting down Eldritch. Right? How long will I be streaming tonight? A little bit longer here. We'll stream through Act 5 and then maybe we'll do a little something at the end of the stream. Okay, get him a little dizzy. The thing with farming Bale is it's not as good for this character. It's kind of difficult, I find, to do on this character. So that's my like reservations there, is it just doesn't quite end up being as good because it's a little hard. So okay, so now our res are even higher. Going into hell, they're going to be fantastic. And now we just once again continue forward. And once again, you can also farm in Act 1 or Act 2 of like hell even if you really want. But this is just the easy farm. Thank you for that 666, by the way, Lilia. This is just like the easy farm, right? Like, why make it difficult where you're going to go and try and farm and it's a lightning, cold, enchanted, you know, extra strong, and there's a might or a curse dude next to him, and it's this whole like awful thing. If you want to go through that, fine. But it's just way easier to just go kill Eldritch a few times, go kill Pindle a few times, then you're good to go. You know?
The Guardians of Mount Arya await.
Okay, so let's go ahead and stack up some potions here.
Impossible.
What do I have? Oh, I got my Sanders. I actually want my Sanders, and I don't care about these other gloves for this, so let's put these gloves over here. For now, we'll keep our strength in there. Put the flawless over there and do this. Repair. Probably want a few health pots just because I'm going to be tanking a little bit. So let's get a couple of those. You can also move charms and your scroll of IDs and stuff out as well if you feel like you need to. This is also where having a mercenary, bugging the mercenary and putting strength on that mercenary can actually be a helpful thing to do if you really want, right? So I don't have a strength for my mercenary because I'm kind of lazy, but that is totally a viable option. And then of course, if you just feel like you need more potions, just do this.
Salutations.
And just throw some potions on the ground and you're good to go. So the only thing I really don't want, I don't want mana burn, I don't want cold enchanted, and I don't want stone skin. So those are going to be the three things. Curse, lightning enchant. I'm not a huge fan of curse, lightning enchant. Okay, so there's stone skin, immune to physical, that doesn't work. Extra strong, fire enchanted, extra strong. That's probably all okay. We'll go separate them off and see how we do against them. Because remember, we do have Battle Cry, and that's going to help us a lot here as well. So let's go ahead and come over here. You teleport right here, and Talik's the only one who's going to go around.
Help me. $6.66 is how much Chipotle guacamole costs, right? I swear they're running a racket. There's something deeper than avocado and lime juice going on here.
I think
Keep
so.
asking questions.
So once the shout wears off from Maddock, this will be a lot easier to hit him. It's kind of annoying, but... But right here, he won't spin on us. We can't get hit by Maddock. So we just have to make sure that we keep him battle cried down. And the shout lasts a little while, which is kind of annoying. So this is also where Duras would come in handy, right? Yeah, we'll be here for a little bit. Yeah, and Maddox's off making an empanada right now, so. There we go. I think. No, not yet. See you, Lilia. Thank you so much. Thanks for the guac money. Am I on players 1? I believe so. Yep. Okay, so now the shout is worn off, so now we'll hit him more. Oh, Mariano's leaving. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. And I feel like shouting actually works pretty well on him as well. Thank you, D2 Pilot. Yeah, shouting does decent damage as well to him. Mwah! I actually find Hell Ancients to be easier than Nightmare Ancients on the Barbarian. It just like on Hell Ancients, I don't know, I feel like I hit better. So once again, being level 60 also really helps a lot here. So leveling up earlier helps a ton for this. Alex being a tanky little boy, isn't he? Tanky boy. So this is where dropping a couple rounds of potions can come in handy. And always make sure you have them battle cried. Whenever you don't, it's so much harder to hit them. So much harder. And they also do a lot more damage too, so you're gonna go through potions a lot faster. Nice. Already at the T. And I also only have a strength. Remember, I don't have a black on. I don't have my Duras on. I don't have any extra crushing blow anywhere, so you know, that's a lot of sources where I'm not getting all the bonus. Okay, I can probably try shouting him now.
I need mana. Not enough mana. I need mana. Not enough mana. I need mana. I need mana. Not enough mana. I need mana. Not enough mana.
Try and do a little mix and match of both of them while the mana regens. Yeah, I gotta go before my potions disappear over there. I think I'm gonna definitely need them.
I need
Come on.
Not enough mana.
Okay. Grab all our potions. Oh no, he gave the shout to him. Darn it, that's annoying. Oh boy, he hits kind of hard, doesn't he? Wow, he hits really hard. What weapon is he using? This might be a reset. He's got too strong of a weapon, I think. Yeah. No way there. Alright, so let's go ahead and go for Lahara's strats and get a few more potions down. That just took too long, unfortunately. Even though I don't have a strength on Laharis, we can, let's see. Don't need the towel. Sure. Man, I really wish I had a Neff rune. That's all I need is Neff. Let's see. We have Frozen Tundra. Maybe we should just go back to normal really fast and get a Neff rune. Or we can go farm tower a couple times. Let's do a couple quick just run to Countess and kill her and see what we can get. Okay. How you doing, Tyler? Shell rune, Neff rune, Am rune. We have 3 runes. Do I have that spare tier, or did I get rid of it? I think I did, didn't I? So I might need another tier as well. We shall see. So much mana burn in there. Hell Ral Soul. I mean, those are dope drops, but not at all the drops we needed. Wait, the soul is enough for the shale, right? Yeah, I think we have that.
Impossible.
Oh, really? That's right. Okay. Soul. Soul. Chip Sapphire. Soul. Shale Rune. I've got this awesome Mosers, but that's still good to have, I guess. Perfect. Alright, well, we got a shale from a lot of hard work. And honestly, I think if I just get Laharis and give him like an okay weapon, he'll still do fine. I'm not even sure I need to get him Crushing Blow, just having a weapon. Yeah, it kind of does, Raggets, you're right. And now we're gonna drop Shale or something like that, aren't we? So now I need 2 Neff runes. One makes Duras, one makes black. Interesting. Neff. Tier L. Yeah, I did toss that Tyrion out. Okay. Dang, man.
I can't.
Okay, let's do a couple more, I guess. Let's try and be quick with them. Oh wait, Shale Thol, not Shale Thol Neff. Okay. So let's go to normal. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking I needed Neff.
Good to see you.
And let's go get a 3 open socket breastplate. I'll also take a chainmail or whatever because I don't really care.
It's an honor to serve you.
Any 3 open sockets. Or rhyme. Yeah, but the Duras I think is going to be much better for us right now.
Blessings to you.
Rhyme is obviously very nice in the long run. I'd love my second shale to be honest. But D2 Pilot with the 5 gifted subs a little bit ago. Thank you so much. Big kisses again to you. Where'd I get Umrun from? From Forge. Come on.
Greetings.
Da-da-da-da-dum. And then I can either put it on myself or I can give it to Laharis,
Blessings to you.
which would totally be a fine way to do it as well. Then we're both blowing the dudes from either side.
Good day.
He had my stream on one of the slides. Aww, that's so sweet. That's awesome.
Hello.
2 open sockets, almost. Come on, baby.
It is an honor to serve you.
There we go. Alright, 3 open sockets. Shale Thol. Ah, thank you. Whoever that was. Where'd my shale rune go? There it is. Shale Thol. Perfect. So now we have Duras, which is once again so sick. And we can either give it to ourselves or give it to our mercenary. I kind of like it on the mercenary. Okay, so let's go back to Nightmare.
What can I do for you?
And let's get a new mercenary. Sorry, Laharis, you're just not quite cutting it anymore. Hire Wahid.
Put that to good use. I'll put that to good
Give
use.
him that. Give him a fine pike. Good old Wahid. See if we have like a better weapon for him here. Doesn't feel like it. I mean, vicious pike, but it's basically the same thing. Slightly better. Okay. And now I think we are ready. Oh, we got a bug Wahid as well. So, once again, bugging the mercenary. Inner Cloister is the best place to do it, but basically it's all about just making him have to teleport to you. And it works 100% of the time here, not always 100% of the time in other areas. So now he is glitched or bugged, and nobody will touch him. They will leave him alone, except for some ranged monsters will go after him. But everybody else gonna just leave him be. All of my yelling bugs him enough? Yeah, it does, exactly. Like Oblivion Knights and stuff will still target him, but all the melees, they're just gonna run right past him and try and attack me instead. So, Works out perfectly. Okay, so we'll come here. And we'll still drop some potions. I guess I'll just come back here and do this. We'll still drop some potions here, just so we can have a few more. Because you never know. We'll drop a couple rounds. But with Wahid, we should be good enough, I would imagine. So once again, same thing. I don't know if I want Curse, really. Spectral, Lightning Enchanted, extra fast. I think Lightning Enchant's actually bad because that might kill Wahid. Fire Enchanted, Teleport, Aura Enchanted. Ah, okay. That Aura Enchant is not my favorite thing, but we'll see how it does. And go from there. Okay, come here. Let's get Maddock first. So much better. Your body will appear in the city, yes. So much better. And this will get rid of that aura, so then we don't have to worry about that, and that'll be a lot nicer. Llama from the front, Wahid from behind. Let's do this. Hi, cow. Does concentration apply to my mercenary? I mean, he better be concentrating. I don't have a concentration aura though. So with Maddock, I don't even have to fight him. I can just let Wahid go to town on the dude if we really want. And the nice thing is Wahid also adds cold damage from that Durus, so that makes it like even better, right? That's just like so nice. I'll come over here and we'll do this. Why not? Can our countess drop? No, I got it off the forge. So, if you didn't get Umrune, one way to help deal with this is just get a mercenary and put strength on the mercenary. I have Durus, it's 33% chance crushing blow, strength is 25%, right? That'd be fine. Getting a black runer will also help a lot. And then more potions on the ground, leveling up a little bit further than I leveled up. All of those are going to be adequate solutions for dealing with ancients. Okay. Oh boy. Stop it. And be careful of fire enchanted. Yeah, hell counters can drop. Probably 1 in a few hundred chance. Hey, Rach, how you doing? caps it is for the rune drop, yeah. Oh, my weapon broke. Okay, well, we'll just finish him off with some shouting. And I should have enough life that this fire enchant doesn't kill me, but I'm gonna go over here just in case it does. Oh! Just in case it does. Alright, so we've maxed out Warcry, so now we can start putting more into Battlecry if we want here for even more damage. Or you can put more into like Battle Orders if you want, whatever. I'm gonna just continue with Battlecry because it still helps us out for hitting stuff. And it's still good. So there you go, Ancient's down. And also remember, like, the longer you save that Ancient, the higher the level is that you get the level on, right? If that makes any sense. So it can be worthwhile to wait and save that. So instead of trying to level at level 50, you go to level 70 and then you get 70 to 71 for free or whatever it is, right? Once again, Hell Ancients is actually usually faster than Nightmare Ancients, I find. For this character, and it's just easier. Pooty! Hi, Pooty. How's it going, bud? I'm up to 10 mil troops now. I'm out of speeds. Might need some more Pooty speeds. But I've got 1 mil of all my T4. Just need my T2s, another 6 mil. That's why it's sort of roaring to save yourself for later. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, I recommend getting the waypoint here as well. 1, you might just need to reset. 2, you might want to do some farming of it, right? Who knows? Go win the Elite Lab. Go pull a Friday, Booty. That was insane. I can't even win normal lab, man. All the years, I haven't won it once. Ridiculous. I use so many holy stars. Millions upon millions. However, gonna play through with normal attack. Like just normal attacking, nothing else? That doesn't sound very fun. Oh god. Let's do this. Oh, so sick. So here you can see like Stone Skin, right? How much harder Stone Skin is there to deal with. So I'm just gonna leave him be. Ooh, Souls and Dolls. What a joy. What a pleasure. Okay. Perfect. The nice thing is when your Merc is untargetable is Bale also doesn't target him with Decrepify. Unless you're standing like right next to him like that, where he tries to cast it on you. Otherwise, I don't think he really targets him. Try and make him cast it on me over here and let my mercenary kind of run free over there. Are dolls bug nightmares similar to fire enchanted monsters? No, dolls just do a lot of damage. They're not bugged though. They do purely physical damage. So that's usually why dolls end up doing so much more. It's not that 50-50 split like corpse explosion or anything. Dolls are just very strong. That'll cry. So, are bell runs impossible and terrible? No. I still like farming Eldritch and Pindle at high player count levels. I still think that ends up being a little bit better, a little bit easier, but this is still plenty fine and possible. So you can definitely come here and do these. Especially with a mercenary, right? If you bug your mercenary is just gonna do everything for you. It'll be great. So he'll clean everything up for you. Just make sure you stay out of the way so you get to cripify, not him. How'd you do this? This is fine. Diablo 2, buddy. Classic Diablo 2 style right here. Good old shout barb.
Fresh meat.
Thank you, Bloon. Wow, Booty, that was 52 months. Thank you, Bloon Twitch, for the T2. My goodness. Alright. Now it's time to go sandwich Bale. Let's do it. So here's where I mean, try and get your mercenary on the opposite side of him, and then like come over here, right? So then he's not gonna do it, and hopefully he doesn't clone immediately. Every time. I just can't get away from it. Nice, Plume. Well, happy to have you here. Every time with the clones. Okay. Get on the opposite side. Just try and keep our mercenary alive as long as possible. Additionally, I could just steal the Durus off of his body. That would also work right now.
Clone Wars Part 2?
No. This time we have crushing blows, so this will go much faster. Look at that. Already halfway in the A. Killing it. Down to his B. We're doing this, baby. We're doing it. Okay, it's only the nightmare part.
My brothers will not have died in vain.
Get him. he isn't even taking damage. He is just having a ball right now. Dude is just having a good time, having a good time. Stop. And there you go, my friends. With a much sexier Bale fight than last time. Congratulations. You have shouted your way through Nightmare. Hey, 1 to combat skills. How neat is that? That's a nice
You've
belt.
made a supersonic man out of him.
Don't stop me. Give yourselves the clap. Well done. So, yeah, at this point, and we can do a little gear check, right? So I've got my strength. I've got my just energy wand I'm using. And I could even go shop a better wand at this point, I'm certain. Let's go check, like, Drogman.
Welcome.
You can find one with like 100 mana, which is probably gonna be better than 30 to energy here.
Hello.
21 energy, 93 to mana, 20 FCR. I could also get that if you want to just cast a little faster. Totally fine, especially if you have good energy and stuff from other characters. 30 energy, 31 cold res. I mean, at the very least, that's an upgrade to this.
Good evening.
I do just want to get like a 94 to mana wand here, though.
Greetings.
Come on. Ah, I don't know, we'll find it later, I guess, or something. But yeah, so that is Nightmare, and hopefully you should be somewhere in your level. 84 to mana, but really expensive. Somewhere in a good level range, right? Between 50 and 60, 70. Honestly, you can go anywhere between all of those. You can use the player's command. You can level up at those areas, and you should be in a good spot, right? Other than that, you know, we've just got some basic gear here and there. Nothing too crazy. These boots are really the only crazy thing. We've got our lore. We've got our stealth. Moser's was a nice find. Get a little bit extra resistances.
Hello.
But you know, nothing insane. It's all pretty normal and Gucci, just moving through everything here. 71 to mana with weakened charges. 111 to mana. All right, it's 125 grand, but that's a lot of mana, so I'm just gonna buy it. Cool, and I guess we'll hold that if we want. So that's a great way to just get a nice mana boost. Doing that. Hold that over there. And yeah, so you should be ready to level up a little bit and then move forward into hell. And we will do that in the next video. So thank you guys for watching. Peace, YouTube. I'll catch you guys later. All right. Pretty good. Pretty good. So let's do a little chess and then we'll head to bed.